Hey, it's the Brooksville Pit. Jesse here and Angela.
Hi.
We are live at the Springhill Cemetery just to give you a walkthrough around the property. This is the infamous Springhill Cemetery that everybody likes to go to and ghost hunt. I would say it's not as haunted as it used to be, even though some people claim it is. My signal is looking kind of weak.
Brooksville Pit's live.
But yeah, this is a famously haunted cemetery here in Hernando County. Say it with through experience that this isn't one of the most haunted places here anymore. A few years back they had a group of mediums and psychics come through and cleanse most of the evil off the property that was here. Now whatever is here is just a few roaming spirits. It's not as dark as it used to be, but there used to be a lot of dark happenings out here back in the day. I was even told one time that an African American little girl was buried out here, and that night a group of white gentlemen came out, dug her up, and sat her up against one of the trees out here. That's just one of the stories I've heard about here. But there's also a lot of stories about the KKK doing stuff like that out here. And if you like to ghost hunt and you want to ghost hunt this place, beware of doing it at night. The police like to come out here and keep an eye on this place, whether it's by a patrol car or, like we found out, by helicopter. They will find you and they will give you one warning. That's why we don't investigate here anymore. We've already got our warning. So let's take a walk through here and hopefully our signal stays strong. All right, so let me flip you around. All right. From what I was told, this cemetery started off as the slave cemetery for the Likes, who lived right down the road. They owned a big plantation, and this is where they would bury their servants, or what they called their servants. Across the road is the Air Cemetery, and it's now finally cleaned up and blocked off, thanks to the Brooksville Pit, and thanks to Steve Champion, County Commissioner. About 4 years ago, me and my daughter came out here for the first time ever ghost hunting, and we caught our first EVPs and our first picture of a lady standing next to a tree. And that's kind of what started all of this. People are still buried here. This is still an active cemetery. Good morning, Kelly. I know this cemetery is on the hauntedplaces.org website. A lot of teams like to come out here and ghost hunt at night. Good morning, Debbie. Somebody left them an orange. Dale, how'd you get so lucky, man? You got an orange? What? This cemetery does have a creepy vibe to it. I think a lot of it has to do to the location. Actually driving down this creepy dirt road back into the woods here, it gives it kind of a creepy feeling. This person here is buried right next to the road. Thank you, thank you. Yes, it's much cleaner back here than it used to be. they are doing a really good job of keeping it clean. But of course, like we've seen on the way over here, people are still dumping their garbage down the roads here. One good way to keep that from happening is to lock that gate. This is private property. This is not owned by Hernando County. So you could actually get in trouble for trespassing out here. This is one of the creepier graves. People have been bringing toys to and stuff for many years. That thing just is not right. But I imagine this is a little kid's grave. There isn't a headstone here for a name or anything. Appreciate all the nice words. When I first started investigating the cemetery, you couldn't even walk back here or even see the graves back here because the grass was so tall. Reports say that in this tree right here, at night sometimes you can see the figure of a man hanging from the tree, because there is reported lynchings and that kind of thing that happened back here with the KKK. There has been news stories of people I know, unfortunately, went to school with that was arrested back here for digging up graves and taking, bones from these graves. A lot of the headstones are now standing straight up, but when we first started coming back here, they were there was just kicked down. I mean, the spirits are unhappy here. I can definitely tell why. But as I was saying before, the darkness that was once here has been cleansed out years ago. I know teams still come back here and claim that they get evil and dark entities. Well, my personal experience, have not seen that in many years here. There are still spirits here that you can speak to and communicate with. But if you're looking for evil, this is not the place for it anymore. Jesse Washington Jr., born in 1926 and buried in 2008. Even though that headstone looks incredibly old, it is not that old. Less than 10 years. See, people still remember their loved ones out here, planning for them, putting up decorations, which is always good to show that you still remember the people we lost. Oh, did you, Marissa? A pleasant experience here. Yeah, it is kind of creepy back here. I would say it's not the most haunted cemetery in Hernando County. I've lived here my whole life. I started going to different cemeteries out in the woods, and right now, as it stands, the Oriole Cemetery is one of the most haunted places I've been to cemetery-wise here in Hernando County. All the orange trees surrounding us. They're all out in the woods. Like, this person's buried like right here. It's weird how the graves are just scattered about. Stories said that there is also a old butcher house out in these woods. A lot of the access roads to get to it are gone. From what I was told, the only thing that still remains from the old butcher house was a grinder, a meat grinder. And of course, local folklore or legends say that the KKK used to do bad stuff back there to the African American community some time ago. Yes, there's still people being buried here. This is an active cemetery. Active meaning the families of all these people here still bury their loved ones here. Hello, everyone. Just stopping by to say hey. No disrespecting you today. It's nice to see that so many people still remember you and hasn't forgotten about you. There's headstones over here, even on this side. Like I said before, this would be started off as the slave cemetery or the servant cemetery for the Likes family. The Likes family is one of the bigger known families here in Hernando County. Their main Likes Manor or mansion, you want to call it, is right down the road here. So whenever the Likes released their servants, they gave the property that the cemetery is on to one of the servants, and it's been handed down through generations. The lady that owned it recently, as she was too old to keep it up, and to take care of it, so I heard recently it's been passed on to another family member. Like you can see, orange trees all out in the woods. The woods creep me out here more than the cemetery does. I get an eerie feeling with just looking out into here. At one time, there was a bunch of headstones and stuff just thrown over here by this now blocked off road. And it looks like there's still remnants of some of them. Yep. Sorry, guys. Somebody came to visit. Sorry, everybody. Connection's weak. Thanks, Verizon. Appreciate it. $200 a month. I think that I would have the best signal in the world. Stand still, maybe a connection to get stronger. Hey Stephanie, welcome. Springfield, Oregon. It's awesome. This is the infamous Springhill Cemetery. You can go to hauntedplaces.org, type in Springhill Cemetery, or you can just go to Google and Google Springhill Cemetery, and you can find more information about it. Everybody, my signal doesn't look like it's gonna get any stronger. Hello? Is there anybody out here tonight or today that wants to communicate with us? If you're around, please make your presence known. Like I've said, this is a famously, notoriously haunted place in Hernando County. By far not the most haunted. But I've came out here many times and seen people ghost hunting this place. I've seen many people ghost hunting it on the internet. This place is closely monitored by Hernando Sheriff's Department, which it should be. But if you're out here and investigating it too much, you will meet the police, because they patrol overhead with heat vision at night, and they'll call their buddies and send them out here. So it's happened to us before. So many people not forgotten about. This is weird, huh? Mm-hmm. These stones are just thrown over here by the tree. One says wife on it. That looks like it's just a mason block. I don't know. I don't see why would somebody bury them up at close to a tree. This is in the state of Florida. Your connection is weak. Check this one out. Tree, and bang, there's a headstone. And I can't even read the plate on it anymore. This is what we like to do when we go out and go investigate, is to get a name to these headstones without a name. We try to ask if that spirit's still around, if they'll give us a name, or if a spirit's around that knows the person that was buried here. It would be nice to have a name that we could put on this stone, and other people can remember this person. See that car that came back here? Huh? You didn't see the car come back here? No. Oh, somebody in a Mercedes drove by and drove up, did a U-turn, turn and left. 1901 to 1976.
I literally just wrote that in concrete.
Yeah. If anybody watching has had any experiences out here, you could comment those experiences. I'd like to read them. They gave somebody else an orange. Uh-oh. Poor little guy or girl. Can't even read it anymore. We need to come back here and clean this up so we can read who that is. We can get some muriatic acid and clean that off and look like new. It's definitely a child. Walter Washington. Somebody was nice enough to give you an orange for the afterlife, huh? That's right, Teresa. Thank you for sharing. The spirits here are very welcoming. It is not the dark place that it once was. And like I said, I contribute that to all the psychics and mediums that packed up and came over here to bless this place, to try to get rid of all the negative energy that was looming over this cemetery. Shut up, Craig. Hope you're enjoying wherever you're at, Craig. It's hot as butt out here.
Whatever, Craig. Go to work.
But yeah, they came back here, cleansed the property. They don't like people out here. It's like somebody just drove through here. Philip Timmons, 1853 to 1926. There's a spot over here that gives me a weird feeling every time I stand in it. Yeah, it looks nice out here, Virginia. It looks a lot better than it has right over here. Usually when I walk around right here or stand here, I get a dizzy like feeling. I'm not feeling it right now. I never could understand. Even my daughter felt it. I didn't even tell her about it. She just started talking about it. No, this isn't the Mozark Town Cemetery. This is the Springhill Cemetery off of Fort Dade Avenue here in Brooksville. It is very pretty out here. It's nice, it's calm. You can hear the birds. I've been out here before and seen a whole flock of turkeys. It was really cool. It's just nice and quiet, and peaceful. Henry died at the age of 53 in 1925. I think you're right, Teresa. Definitely was a big contributor to it. Evil spirits like chaos. So we notice that most of the time when we confront evil, it's usually in a very chaotic environment, dirty, overgrown. It's for them to clean it up, it like brings some light into this cemetery. And it looks really, really good. You can tell somebody's been painting this with silver paint. The turkeys are still around. I wish they'd come out here now, it'd be cool. Only wildlife I'm seeing is a bunch of lizards. Look at this one here. See, the S's are backwards. I've seen that on a lot of old slave cemeteries. The air cemetery across the road now has a gate there, so it keeps people out of it. But that was the one that Steve Champion helped get it cleaned up after seeing our video. So I would like to go out there and take you again, but because of our video we're not even able to get back there, which is okay. At least the spirit's probably a lot happier now. But that's it. I think we're gonna wrap it up. Just wanted to bring everybody out here to show them the infamous Springhill Cemetery. If there's any cemetery that you would like us to go to and live stream, please comment or send us a private message and let us know. And we'll go out and check it out for you, whether it's day or night. Tonight I'll be at the Heritage Museum, or the May Stringer House, giving a ghost tour. So hopefully the people that are coming tonight have a really active night. But love, peace, chicken grease.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.